everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a Shop My Stash where I have gone through a bunch of products in my makeup collection that I've decided to pull out and give some extra love to in the month of January. So if you're interested in this type of video and you'd like to see what I've selected, please keep on watching. So, doing my first Shop My Stash. Those of you who are avid YouTube watchers might have seen these types of videos before, but for any of you that are new to YouTube and new to the beauty community, it's basically where you just go through your current makeup collection and you pick out some products that you haven't used in a while, or maybe you've never used yet and that you want to test out, or maybe products you used to love and you haven't given them much attention and you just want to see if you still enjoy them. So this is a great thing for me to do during my no buy year, because it's almost like I am rediscovering new products. So it's basically gives me that feeling of trying new makeup products, but they happen to be in my collection. I maybe have forgotten about them, or because it's been so long since I used them, they're gonna feel fresh again. So it's something that I do plan on doing as a monthly series. So if this is something that you would like to see from me, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. I'd love all the support I can get during this no buy year. So yeah, but without further ado, let's jump into what I've selected for January in my Shop My Stash. So what I've done is I've just pulled out some products and I've put them in a little bag like this. And then because this is quite packed in there and it's going to be hard for me to pull products out, what I have decided is I've taken this box and I'm just going to put everything in the box just for today's video so that I can easily pull things out of here. But just so you know, this is basically how I utilize my Shop My Stash, because I've already started this at the beginning of January. So I've been using some of these products throughout the month. And actually in the few videos that I've done so far, I do include all the products I'm wearing on my face, so you can actually see these products already in action. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this out and I'll be right back to show you everything that I have picked out. Okay, I think I've got everything organized now in this box. So I'm gonna go through and go in order that I would apply this to my face. So we're gonna start with primer. The primer that I've selected for the month of January is this Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is supposed to be a very hydrating primer. I do have dry skin. In fact, what it says exactly is that it is the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer with coconut water, probiotic-based ingredient, and skin revivers, and it is silicone free. I've used this a few times in the past and I've liked it. It has like almost a creamy coconutty smell, coconut pie or something like that. But it's fairly gentle. I usually prefer that my base products don't have a lot of scent, but this doesn't bother me too much. So if I really like it, but I really wanted to test it out some more, make sure it doesn't break me out, make sure there's really nothing wrong with it and it agrees with my skin, and I would like this year to just get to know my collection and find out what I like, what am I going to keep, and what am I going to pass on to somebody else. Moving on to foundation. I do have a foundation in my pan project. I will be doing a separate video on my panning project for the year of 2020. So I didn't put it into my Shop My Stash because these are just additional products to supplement the panning products that are going to go through until I use them up. So instead, what I selected is actually a new product that I purchased during the Black Friday sales before my no buy started. And that is this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This has been really hyped up here on YouTube in the past few months since it's come out. And because I have dry skin and because I don't wear makeup on an everyday basis, I thought this would be a good product for me. Just something to make me look a little bit more put together, a little bit more fresh, and just maybe give a little bit of an evenness to my skin without, it doesn't actually cover up anything major. I have it on today, but I did go in with a concealer to cover up some blemishes because I do have a few at the moment. But yeah, so far I've really enjoyed it. I know like this isn't really supposed to be reviews. I do plan on coming back with more thorough reviews at the end of this month or beginning of February. I'm thinking of doing one video where I quickly go over the products that I've used in January and give you some thoughts, and then also show you what I selected for the month of February. But yeah, so this is in my Shop My Stash for the month of January. For concealer, I've gone with something that used to be a favorite of mine, and I actually used up an entire one a couple of years back, and then I missed it, and sometime about a year ago I repurchased it, but haven't given it quite as much love because now I have a few more concealers than I used to. And that is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I'm not sure if they've discontinued this or not. I believe they may have, because I believe they started an entirely new naked line for complexion products. Like I think they've changed out the foundation, the concealer. And again, this is where like my no-buy is really essential for somebody like me who loves makeup. I do love the idea of trying new products. I do love the idea of companies coming out with better formulas that might be better for the skin, have better ingredients, maybe more eco-friendly in the future. I'm hoping that that will become a new trend or a new normal. But in the meanwhile, I've already purchased this concealer and I need to use it up. If I ever use up all my concealers, which I don't even think will happen this year, and I want to try the new formula, that will be one thing. But the old me may have jumped on the bandwagon and bought an additional new naked concealer while I still have the old one, and that's just silly. That's just silly, because that means you're never going to go through all the products you already have. You're adding one more thing to the pile of stuff that you have, and you're contributing to this trend of consumerism, and of course it's not great for the planet. So I'm glad that I'm getting some use out of this concealer in the month of January. I don't have any powders in my Shop My Stash for January, because the powders that I have will be in my panning project, so you guys will see those in a separate video. So usually after primer, foundation, and concealer and powder, I go in with bronzer, blush, and highlight. So let me quickly show you those. For bronzer, I decided to go back to an old favorite of mine that I've been neglecting, and that is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. You can actually see I have some pan on this bronzer. This is something that I haven't decided if it's gonna go into my panning project for this year, which is why I'm showing it now. It might reappear again in that video if I decide to put that in. But this is a good bronzer. It is probably a little too pigmented for me because I am very fair, and even though I use a very light hand, I don't like to go too overboard with any of my cheek products. I can use this as both a contour and a bronzer, but I just have to really make sure I blend it out very well, because otherwise it can look a bit too much on my skin. A new product to me that came in a set, a Sephora favorite set. I bought 2 different Sephora favorite sets in December that were on sale. This is the Milk Makeup Cream Bronzer in, I don't know in what, to be honest, guys. The packaging sucks. Everyone's been raving about this, and I just got this recently, and I've tried it a few times and I really enjoy it. But while filming this video, I just discovered that the packaging is broken. It's not twisting up or down. So I'm kind of upset about that. So I'm not even gonna swatch it right now because I'm mad at it. And I need to figure out whether I can fix this packaging or what I do with this product. For blush, I pulled out quite a few actually, and I don't know if I'll get to use all of them this month. Some of them might roll over into February, but I decided to pull in all the tones that I tend to usually only wear in the winter. And I might do a separate video on my winter products, the products that I reach for usually specifically in the winter, because their color scheme speaks to me during the colder months. So I've picked out 1, 2, 3. Yes, I've picked out 3 blushes that I usually use only in the winter. And those are, the first blush is the Becca Luminous Blush in Dahlia. I don't know if they're still making these luminous blushes, but these are beautiful. This is a blush I also picked up not too long ago at TJ Maxx. I can't remember, I think I paid like only $8 for this blush, and it was originally probably a $30 blush or something like that. But as you can see, this is a very deep, bright, in-your-face sort of blush. And for my skin tone, you would think, wow, that would be a lot. And if you go in heavy-handed, yes. So what I do usually is I tap my brush very, very lightly, very, very gently, and then I'll either tap off the excess or I'll even blot it off a little bit on my hand or on a little tissue or something, and then I'll go in, because otherwise this can be a little bit heavy. But it is beautiful. I'm excited to try this out some more because I just recently got it and I definitely haven't used it very many times yet. This is something I've had for a while and I really do enjoy this blush, and this is the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in Koi Girl. I've had this for a long time. This pretty much everything in my collection has been recommended by somebody on YouTube. So me saying that over and over again, I'm not even gonna bother. So yeah, this was, I believe, recommended by Natalie from, oh gosh, I don't watch her as much anymore, so I've forgotten her YouTube name. I think it's like Flower Bomb 31 or something like that. I don't really follow MAC makeup very, very closely, so I don't know if this is still available or if this has been discontinued a long time ago, but this is a MAC Sheer Tone Blush in Koi Girl, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I think this is a perfect pink for the winter. It gives that just come in from the cold flush, but it's gentle, but yet it has that brightness and that kind of happiness to it. So I've really enjoyed this one. And then the last blush I selected for January is one by Urban Decay. This is one of their 8-hour afterglow blushes. I believe they may have reformulated or discontinued or have done something with these as well. This is in Rapture. This is stunning. I love this blush, and this is one I will sometimes wear all year round. I have that on today. This one is a bit deeper than that MAC one, but it's not quite as deep as the Becca one. And this is a matte blush, as is the MAC one. And then the one from Becca is a luminous blush, as the name suggests. So you can see right there the 3 different swatches. I really, really like this blush, so I'm happy to play with it. For highlight, I love highlight. I picked out a bunch. The one I have on today and the one that I love the formula of, I have a few different ones, is by LORAC. This is their Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminators. This one is in Charming Pink. The one that made these really famous and really popular on YouTube was the one in Gilded Honey. And I tried that years ago, but for my very pale skin, that one was too gold. So I have since decluttered it. This one is in Charming Pink. This one I really, really enjoy. It's a beautiful pale pink, but it's not too pink. I do usually prefer like more champagne-y highlighters, you know, that light, almost like Prosecco color. But these are definitely beautiful, beautiful highlighters, and I use this one quite a bit. So I wanted to get use out of it right now. Again, I actually really like pink highlighters in the winter, something about that icy pink and kind of this association with snow and twinkling lights everywhere. I really do enjoy pink highlighters in the winter time quite a bit. So these are the Colourpop Villains highlighters that I've selected, and these were part of that same Black Friday order. I have mine in Cruella and in Ursula, my 2 favorite characters. Let me swatch these for you guys because these are really cool. Okay, so here they are on the hand. On top, we have Ursula in this really cool, like pinky violet. I use this as a blush topper. This would be really too much for me as just a straight up highlight. I mean, I like bold makeup sometimes, but I'm not sure I'm quite that brave. I'm no Angelica Nyquist here on YouTube. It's like the queen of color, among a few others. She actually influenced me to buy these. She loves these. And then this is Cruella. Cruella has this like golden yellow tone to it, but then there's also a lot of sparkle. And at first I thought I would really not enjoy that. And this is not my everyday highlight by any means, but I do like it actually. I did choose out this NARS Copacabana Illuminator. I have this little teeny mini thing. We're already in the middle of January. I have not played with this yet, but I really should. I'm curious about this one. I know Copacabana used to be a holy grail for many people years and years and years and years ago. So I'm curious to try it. Let's get into some eye products. Something I forgot to mention in the beginning is this under eye brightening corrector by Becca should go on before the concealer. So you put this pinky corrector on your under eyes to cancel out any darkness, and then you go on with the concealer and blend all that out. So I have that in here. I may have used it once in January. I always forget, and I put it in here so that I try this product more and see if that's something, if that's a step I even want to do, if it makes a big enough difference for me to actually take the extra minute to do it whenever I do my makeup. But so far I've been slacking on that one. Okay, eye products. This is the NARS Velvet Eyeliner in Mambo. You know, just a sleek black eye pencil. It has the color here on the back, which is nice. And it's a deep brown. And it's the only brown liner I think I have. So I'm excited to use it this month, see how I like it, and see if this is something that will eventually go into a project pan in the future. And then this is an older liner. This is a Rimmel Scandalized. I really like these waterproof Coal Kajal liners. This one is in taupe, 004 taupe. And then the other couple of non-eyeshadow palette or single eyeshadow eye products that I've put in is this e.l.f. Nude Linen Liquid eyeshadow. I got this as like a bonus free gift with purchase, and I've never used it before this month. So, you know, again, this is why we're doing this. I'm excited to try these new products. Like, I don't need to shop. I have tons of products that I can shop in my own apartment. So we're gonna test that one out. And then the other eye product that I think was also like a point perk at Sephora or something, and these were all the rage for years and years. I think they still are to some extent. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Rose Gold. And these products are really cool because for a lot of people, these are like one and done. This is what they wear to work. Just, you know, put it on your eye, blend it out, and off you go. So these are supposed to be like really great for easy everyday makeup. So I want to give it a shot, see how I like it, see if it stays on my eyes, if it creases or not. I also threw this little LORAC Shine Bright Pro eyeshadow quad that I have in here. And this I put in like for, in case I do any traveling, or even like I need to throw some makeup in the car this month, or I'll put some makeup into a little bag and take it with me to work, to the school, and once I'm done teaching, if I'm going out, I'll quickly like put on some makeup. So this I thought would be perfect because I haven't really ever played with this. Probably bought it like at TJ Maxx for $3 and thought, ooh, $3, can't pass on that. I have so many of these things where like I couldn't pass on that, and I haven't used them. So I need to discover this, see how the eyeshadows perform, see if this is enough shadows for me to create a full look where it'll be worth me keeping for traveling or anything like that. The main eyeshadows I selected for this month are these Makeup Geek shadows. At the time that you're going to be seeing this video, at the time that this video posts, I believe Makeup Geek will already have released and rebranded their eyeshadows, but this is what they used to look like. Now Makeup Geek shadows are going to be in square pans, which I love, I prefer, but I have these, and I certainly am not going to buy the new ones because I'm on a no-buy. I got these years ago when Makeup Geek shadows revolutionized the makeup industry and the YouTube world, and I mean, it seemed like everybody who was anybody here on YouTube had Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and these are beautiful colors. And I am dedicating the month of January to my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in honor of their rebrand, and so that I'm not tempted to drool over the new ones, because I have lots and lots of colors. So yeah, I will have the eyeshadows I have on today and in all of my previous videos always listed down in the description box. I have been using exclusively Makeup Geek eyeshadows so far this month. There's a few here that I think have dried out and that are not as good quality anymore, and I'll need to really think long and hard about whether I can still make them work or whether I should go ahead and just part with them. Corrupt, which is the most intense black ever, is now extremely crumbly. That's one of the shadows that I'm not sure what to do with because it just like disintegrates. It still has a ton of color and I could still use it if I'm really careful, but it just like goes everywhere. But my two favorites so far, just as a sneak peek, definitely have to be In the Spotlight and Grandstand. These are still amazing shadows years later. I mean, I don't think most of them have turned bad except for maybe a few. And again, this is why I'm discovering them. I wore this blue in the video that I just posted with my no buy rules, and I even talked about how classic blue is a Pantone color of the year, so I was inspired by that, and I created a look that revolved around this blue color that is called Center Stage. So if you guys are curious to see that, that's my previous video, which I will try to link up in the cards. But yeah, so that's my eyeshadows for the month of January. Okay, one last eye product that I don't even know if I'll get a chance to use. It might also roll over, but this is the Steeler Shimmer and Glow in the color Freedom. This is a really pretty light blue. It's really shiny, it's really beautiful, and I will try to do a look with that sometime this month if I get around to it. Lip products, and then we're done. So for lip products, for lip liners, I selected two. One is a Colourpop liner in LBB. This is a deep wine color. Sorry, it's dirty. I've used it. It's a little dry, a little bit, because I've had this for a long time. This came in a subscription box of some sort. And this is a Jordana Easy Liner in Baby Berry. I love these. They are so inexpensive. The Jordana one is the one I have on my lips today, together with the lipstick that I'm going to show you. These are my also winter colors. I love berries and more rich colors, definitely for the winter time. Some of the winter shades that I'm going to try out, I have this Lonely Planet liquid lipstick that I bought years ago. This, I believe, is an indie brand. I don't know, I think maybe they were an Etsy brand, and I don't remember who inspired me to buy this. I think I bought two liquid lipsticks from them, and the color of the other one just didn't work out. And this one I've never even tried yet. So it's very dark and deep, but I'm really excited to give it a try this month. And then the one I have on my lips today, these are old, and it's funny because I just saw Jen Love's reviews declutter so many of her lipsticks, and she let all of these go because these have been reformulated and repackaged a few years back, and then I think now they are reformulating and repackaging already the repackaged version. So we're talking like this is 2-3 generations old, but I still love these. These were, what were these called? I want to say these were the Revolution lipsticks by Urban Decay. This is in Rapture. Same name and coloring as the blush that I've selected, which is why I chose both of these. I thought these would look really good together, so I'm actually wearing both today just to show you guys, because I think it's really cool. So here's the blush and here's the lip color. You can kind of see the family, the color family, and how close they are. Obviously the lipstick is deeper, but they have that same mauvey berry toned family. And then the last deep one, this is discontinued because Sonia Kashuk, who is sold in Target, she stopped making makeup. She only does brushes now. And I bought this color a couple of years back, and I still haven't given it much love. So this is an old one, and I pulled this out because I have a feeling this one's gonna go bad sometime this year. This is a Colourpop lippy stick in Tootsie. I've had this one for a while. I did used to use it quite a bit, but it's been a long time, so I wanted to see how I still like it. It's like a dusty mauvey brown. Another really old one that I also pulled out because I'm worried it's gonna go bad, and I really love this color. They don't make it anymore. In fact, Bite Beauty is reformulating everything. This was the Luminous Cream lipstick, and then they reformulated, and now they're reformulating again because they're going vegan. So again, this is like second, third generation. This is in Retsina. You can see I actually have loved on this one. It's like half gone. So maybe I should put this into a future panning project. It's such a beautiful nude. It's stunning. I love this one. And then last two are newer to my collection. I bought these as part of a Sephora Favorites set that went on sale. I bought this in December, and I bought the set mainly for this lipstick. The price of the whole set, I think, was about the price of this lipstick, and then there were like another 10 products in there, including, I think this was another one in there. This is a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Very Victoria. I've never owned any Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks before. I do have one liner. And then the last one, which is similar, actually, is it? I can't see. No, not quite. This one is the Too Faced Peach lipstick. They have these, and it actually smells like artificial peach. Can't say I'm a huge fan of the smell. And this has a raunchy name, unfortunately. It's called Sex on the Peach. This, I know Samantha March loves and has loved for a long time, and it's very funny because every time she tells people what the name of the lipstick is, she's also quite embarrassed. But hey, I didn't name it, but I do enjoy it so far. This is a new one to me, and I have really enjoyed it. Guys, I think that's it. I think that is all I have. If you guys do shop my stash, please let me know in the comments below what products you've selected for this month, or just what are some of your favorite products in your collection. Let's all try to use what we have. I'm really excited to discover all the products that I have in my collection this year. I am so far so happy that I've ventured on this no-buy journey. I know that there are going to be times where it's going to get really tough, and at the same time I know that in the grand scheme of things, these are, you know, hashtag first world problems. I understand that none of us need makeup. I understand that there might be a lot of people that think that this no-buy is silly and overblown out of proportions, but I think a lot of us have categories in our lives that we overspend on because they mean something to us, or they stand for something. You know, there are things in our lives that we use as substitutes for maybe some self-esteem issues or other physical or mental things. And I'm really excited to discover what I already have and to use those things to help better myself, as opposed to keep digging my own hole deeper and deeper, you know, my financial hole. Even just as first shop my stash, as I was going through things, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming how much I have, but I've already spent the money. I've already created the problems that I've created for myself through buying this much makeup. So I have two options. I can continue to sit around and beat myself up, and usually what that does is it makes me feel so bad and so miserable. I just go and buy more stuff because for a few minutes it makes me feel better. Or I can change those habits and I can stop feeling guilty and start figuring out how to forgive myself for my past mistakes and use my past mistakes as a vehicle to better myself in the future. Use those past mistakes as lessons and apply them not just to this project but to other areas of my life. And I'm hoping that starting this YouTube channel will help me. Of course, I know it will help me. I know that starting this YouTube channel will help me manage this project better. I know that. I know that the support from you guys is really going to keep me going. But I also hope that in return, I give some of you guys motivation and support to do something in your life that you've really wanted to, but you feel like you're on a, you know, never-ending hamster wheel, or you keep just sucking yourself further and further into the things that you know you shouldn't. So please comment down below. Tell me what products you've been enjoying, or if you're not into makeup, tell me other thoughts you're having. I would love to have a conversation with you in the comments. I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. And thank you again so much for all the support that I've received. I cannot even tell you how overwhelmed I have been by everybody who's commented and everyone who's subscribed so far. I know that in the YouTube community, you know, having 30-something subscribers might seem like nothing, but for me to gain 30 subscribers in my first video. That was huge. Like, that was so encouraging. Just that little bit was already so thrilling and so exciting. I've had a couple of YouTubers that I watch and love comment on that video and encourage me and congratulate me, like Hannah Louise Poston and Alexandra Lizette, Alex, I think her name is Alexandra Lizette maybe. I know her as One Beauty Addict. That used to be her channel name for years and years. I'm just so grateful that they took the time to come on and say hi and give me that positive encouragement. That means the world. And I'm gonna link their channels down below. Anybody that I ever mention, I would like to make sure I always link down below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please check out my other videos. Please stay and make any suggestions and comments. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Let's hope I've been in focus this whole time. And, ooh, excuse me, I have so many of these things where, like, I couldn't pass on that, and I haven't used them. This is a product that has been hyped. Oh boy, wait, is it not gonna go up? What's happening here? Uh-oh. No, don't tell me this is broken. Oh my goodness. What? I've only used this like 3-4 times. I can't believe it. Oh no. I don't think this works anymore. Oh my gosh. Oh. What am I gonna do? I really liked this too. I wonder if I go to Sephora and I tell them that like I've just gotten this, will they exchange it for me? Do you guys know? Can somebody tell me down below? What do I do with this? This stopped rolling up. Like nothing's happening here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't think it's me. It's just like turning in both directions. Alright, 2 favorites so far are definitely, wait,